Hello from CLG Machines, where we venture deep into the wild world of the food industry machines and discover a thing or two about what makes a massive operation like China's horse farming tick. I know it's not every day you talk about horses raised for food, but believe me, there's more going on behind the scenes than just hay munching and leisurely trots. So buckle up, we're in for quite the ride. China isn't horsing around when it comes to the food industry. With over 1.6 million horses raised for food each year, it's a colossal business. And a profitable one too. Let's just say they know their oats and they know their economics. In August of 2024, horse meat exports hit $277,000. Not too shabby, right? But wait, there's more. Imports of horse meat came soaring to $10.5 million, leaving a trade deficit of $10.2 million. Who knew horses could be so costly? Even with that deficit, China remains the world's 13th largest exporter and the 9th largest importer of horse meat. It's quite a balancing act, and the food industry machines at CLG Machines love to dive into such an intricate dance of import-export. There's even been some recent growth in imports from Canada and Brazil. Imagine those horses coming all the way from the Great White North or the Amazon. No easy journey, but the demand keeps galloping forward. Speaking of demand, it's not surprising that China, with its massive population, happens to be the world's largest consumer of horse meat. If you didn't already know, horse meat is a pretty culturally significant dish in parts of China, Mongolia, and Central Asia. It's been a food source for centuries, just like beef is in Western countries. People there enjoy it in stews, barbecue, and even sausages. That's right, even sausages. These majestic creatures get quite the makeover on the menu. So from an industry standpoint, these horses aren't just grazing for fun, they're the stars of a cultural culinary tradition. Alright, I know what you're thinking. What do these horses eat? Hay, oats, and a little bit of sunshine. Almost. On Chinese horse farms, horses raised for food are put on a strict, high-energy diet. We're talking about 60 to 70% grass or hay, along with 30 to 40% grains like oats and barley. These guys get the 5-star buffet of the animal world, and they're eating like they're training for the Kentucky Derby. Imagine downing 13 to 18 pounds of roughage a day, with an additional 2 to 4 pounds of concentrated feed. No wonder these horses are big. They're eating enough to make even a grown man jealous. Now, feeding all these horses isn't exactly like tossing out a few flakes of hay. Let's talk about the role of modern food industry machines. Farms in Inner Mongolia and Tibet have kicked it up a notch by adopting automatic feeders. These machines are slick. They can hold up to 6 bales of hay and can set feeding schedules up to 4 times a day. Imagine setting your oven timer for a week, only it's an oven that's feeding a couple of thousand hungry horses. These feeders not only save labor but also bring consistency, and if there's anything a horse farm loves, it's consistency, right alongside lots and lots of hay. The feeding is just the beginning though. Horses are also quite particular about their grooming, and Chinese farmers are well aware of that. You can't have a horse trudging around with scruffy, overgrown hooves. Not only would they look ridiculous, but it's also bad for their health. Farmers take extra care to groom the horses regularly and make sure their hooves are cleaned and trimmed every 6 to 8 weeks. And they don't skimp on it either. These guys are treated to the full spa experience. After all, if a horse isn't comfortable, it's not eating well, and if it's not eating well, it's not growing well. There's a method to all this madness. But wait, there's more, and here's where CLG machines come into the picture again. Beyond daily grooming, Chinese farmers also partner with veterinary units for regular checkups and monitoring. These farms are like well-oiled machines, running smoothly with all the parts working in tandem. Genetics also come into play. Farmers focus heavily on selective breeding. They want horses with strong muscles, good endurance, and strong resistance to diseases. This isn't just about feeding them well, it's about breeding for optimal performance. Usually, the chosen breeding stock comes in at about 1,200 to 1,500 pounds. That's a whole lot of horse, and every pound is carefully calculated. And speaking of well-oiled machines, waste management might not be the glamorous part of farming, but it's a crucial one. Farms in Xinjiang and Gansu have adopted advanced waste management systems that rival those found anywhere else in the world. Let's just say that when it comes to cleanliness, these farms don't horsing around, pun absolutely intended. These systems are sustainable and efficient, turning waste into an asset, which is quite a bit smarter than how some countries handle it. These food industry machines are making a difference by keeping things hygienic and environmentally friendly. Okay, enough about hay and cleanliness. Let's get into how these horses get from farm to food factories. They don't walk there, that's for sure. Horses raised for food are transported in specialized trailers designed for those long, bumpy journeys. Think of it as first-class travel for horses. These trailers have non-slip floors, plenty of ventilation, and shock-absorbing cushions to keep the animals comfortable. It's all about reducing stress, which makes sense. Stress isn't good for anyone, let alone horses who've been pampered with 5-star treatment. Once they get to the factory, it's a smooth transition. Handlers who are specially trained in animal welfare take over, guiding the horses through a quiet, low-stress environment. They're checked and inspected, ensuring that everything is up to snuff. No chaos, no rush, just an organized flow that reflects how well the entire system has been thought out. From the feed to the transportation to the handling, it's a well-connected process, one that's perfected over the years. Now, let's switch gears just a little bit. All this talk about horses brings up comparisons to other farm animals like pigs. Yep, we're shifting from hay and oats to something a little more down to earth. Transporting pigs to the factory is also an art. They get loaded onto trucks that are specially designed, offering between 16 and 21 square feet of space per pig, roomy enough to stretch, but not too much to rattle around like loose luggage. The idea is to keep them comfortable, keep them calm. Just like the horses, pigs are inspected before they take their trip. Only healthy pigs that have been fed and hydrated make the cut. You've got to ensure quality every step of the way, no shortcuts. Once they get to the plant, the process is quick, and it's all about maintaining that quality. The pork carcasses get chilled right away, which is crucial to keep things fresh. Food industry machines play a significant role in ensuring that this whole process runs like clockwork, chillers, inspectors, trucks, the works. Speaking of pork, have you ever wondered how sausage makes it to the plate? It all starts with carefully selecting the cuts. They use the good stuff, shoulder or belly, because nothing else will do. It's got to be flavorful, high quality, and with the right texture. The seasoned meat gets transferred to a stuffing machine that fills the casing, making sure each sausage is consistent in size and weight, usually about 1.8 ounces of meat per casing. The attention to detail is what makes these sausages so good. And if you think sausages are only popular in Germany or Poland, think again. There's a demand for them all over North America, Asia, you name it. The sausage business is big business, and food industry machines are what keep the whole show going. It's funny, isn't it? You wouldn't think horse and pig farming would have so many similarities, but there you go. Both rely on tight-knit operations, technology, and a focus on quality every step of the way. Whether it's automated feeders in Inner Mongolia or pig transport trucks with just the right amount of space, the food industry is full of incredible innovations. It's fascinating how the right machines and the right practices can elevate the whole process, from breeding all the way to those perfectly seasoned sausages on your plate. Speaking of fascinating, let's not forget that every part of the journey, whether it's horses munching on the best oats or pigs chilling out in their specialized trailers, is ultimately made possible thanks to smart, forward-thinking technology. And that's where CLG Machines really shines, because the role of food industry machines in making these operations efficient, humane, and profitable simply cannot be overstated. It's like having the best kitchen gadgets, only these gadgets are on a much larger scale, and they're making sure an entire country's food system runs smoothly. Now, before I let you go, let's take a moment to appreciate the cultural aspect of all this. It's not just business, it's tradition. Horse meat, pork sausages, they're all part of a story that spans generations, different regions, and diverse cultures. There's a reason why people have been eating these foods for centuries. And today, food industry machines help bridge that gap between tradition and modernity, making sure that even as things scale up, the essence remains the same. So, the next time you see a sausage on your breakfast plate or hear about horse farming in Inner Mongolia, remember there's more to the story. There's an intricate balance of technology, tradition, animal care, and efficiency, all thanks to the food industry machines that keep everything running without a hitch. At CLG Machines, it's not just about the machines, it's about how those machines shape a world of food that's fascinating, tasty, and constantly evolving. And on that note, I'll leave you with a question. What do you think about these intricate processes that take place before food reaches our plates? The role of technology, and especially food industry machines, is becoming more and more vital. Feel free to drop a comment below. CLG Machines loves a good discussion. Until next time, stay curious and stay hungry in a good way. Remember, it's all about appreciating how much goes into every bite and maybe giving a little cheer for the tech that helps it happen. Thanks for riding along with CLG Machines on this journey through the world of horse farms, pig pens, and the wonders of the food industry. We'll catch you on the next adventure.
This is the video we created, hoping to receive support and appreciation from you all.